Oh my God, guys, it's me, Ariel Isaac Norman, aka Ellen DeGenderless, back with an episode of my podcast. Finally, if in case you haven't heard the news, I figured out that I'm ADHD and I'm on Strattera and finally medicated. So here, I really think things are going to be better from now on in terms of me actually putting stuff out regularly. And now I've just spied that there was a Christmas gift that is still sitting on a bookshelf. Well, anyway, it is February 5th, potentially 6th, and I am so excited to be putting out one of the last 3 episodes of Drunk Feminism. I know this is now called Am I Missing Something? And I have recorded the first episode of Am I Missing Something with another hilarious person, but I have 3 episodes left to put out of Drunk Feminism. I'm not really sure if I'll put them out in order. I might actually put out this episode and then Am I Missing Something episode and then the next Drunk Feminism one. But anyway, I finished the editing yesterday, and all I really want to say is we have a hilarious comic on today, Mo Alexander. He's been doing comedy. Well, he'll tell you, but he's been doing comedy for 30 years, and he's just one of the funniest people. And if you live in the Austin area, you can see him at least once a year. He is always at the Altercation Comedy Festival, and which is a great festival if you love comedy. It's just great. It's at Kick Butt Coffee, and it's I think 4 days long. Could even be 5: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. And yeah, so buy a season pass, if you will, to that when it comes in the fall, and go support live comedy and enjoy live comedy. But anyway, that's Mo Alexander. He's out of Memphis. And if you're listening to this is also going to be on YouTube, and it's definitely worth a fun watch. There's a lot of us making each other laugh, and it's so cute to watch Mo laugh. It's really just a joy and a delight. And so, what is my dog doing? Okay. She's found something. Hold on. Tofu, Okay, I'm glad I stopped because Tofu, my 6-month-old Chihuahua mix, just got into a baggie of stuff she should not be into. She's found a certain drawer right now. No, Tofu, not that drawer. Not that drawer. That drawer could lead to your enlightenment. We don't want that. Anyway, so what I wanted to say was, though, you're listening to this if you're listening to this on Spotify or you're on YouTube or whatever, then I did cut out a little chunk in the middle because we made some jokes that would cause a lot of people to clutch their pearls, even if you're not that easily offended. There's some pretty dark, messed up comic-to-comic jokes, and we decided we should cut that out and make it a Patreon segment. So, if you nasty, if you like that kind of stuff, if you want the more fucked up stuff, then you'll have to go to my Patreon, patreon.com/AI Norman, and sign up there, where for as little as $1 a month, you get access to all sorts of bonus content, including deleted scenes from podcasts. And sometimes I write stuff, including reviews of comedy specials. The comedy specials and for some random things, I'll put comedy sets on there that I don't release anywhere else. Oftentimes like shorter ones that I just enjoyed something about, or like I found one from my first year of comedy recently and I put it on there. So yeah, you can get the full episode of this on the Patreon. I put it both ways. I made it so that there's one post where it's just the clip that I cut out, and then there's another post where you could just listen to the full episode without anything cut from it. So those are both options. And again, as little as $1 a month, you can sign up for my Patreon, patreon.com/AI Norman, which that means the most to me when people sign up for my Patreon. And again, I'm going to be now putting out content very regularly. I thank you all so much for those of you who have stuck with me through my ADHD, and I have 20 different things that I do online, and you don't have to do them all. But I do have content that I put out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Patreon, Substack, and so I'm trying to focus a little bit more. And really, if you really Instagram, Patreon, and or this podcast on Substack or YouTube. That would be the combo pack that I would recommend. None of us should probably be using TikTok, but I'm on there, AI Mormon, if you want to be one of the TikTok people. But Ellen DeGenderless on Instagram, patreon.com/AI Norman, and of course, you are listening to this in one way or another in the Am I Missing Something feed. And I think that's all I really need to say. I always say more than I think I'm going to say anyway, but hopefully you guys like me enough that you like hearing me rambling. This is nowhere near as long as the old WTF intros that Mark Maron did, although the only reason we even listened to him at all back then is because there were like so few podcasts with comedy guests on, so we kind of didn't have any choice. And I mean, we mostly learned to skip over his anyway. Maybe you're skipping over this right now and you're not even hearing it. Then if you're hearing this, then you're not doing that anyway. So yeah, here we go. It's me, it's Mo Alexander, and it is one of the last 3 episodes of the Drunk Feminism podcast. I mean, we only had to do a few episodes of that podcast because we pretty much solved feminism. So you're welcome. Here you go. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing is that toward the end of the podcast, my camera went out, and so if you're watching this on YouTube, it just will show you Mo's picture for the last few minutes. So that's all. It's in case you thought I just got lazy in the editing. I mean, that seems likely enough too. And in fact, with the editing, I do not recommend using the Descript software. Just going to put that out there. It was a whole waste. It's supposedly the AI is going to help you and everything. It just made everything worse, and it's obnoxious, and their customer service pretty much sucks. So do not enjoy Descript, but do enjoy Mo Alexander and me. Thanks, guys. Today on Drunk Feminism, we have Mo Alexander.
Hey.
Mo, how do you describe yourself as a comic?
I want to make everything confrontational and funny because the world is a messed up place, and I just like to make fun of everything about it.
That's right. God is a comedian playing to an audience that's too afraid to laugh, right? You know that quote? Voltaire, I think.
Look,
oh, you got it. Oh, yeah. See, there you go.
Tattooed on my arm.
Yeah, that makes sense. That feels right.
That to me, I'm like, holy crap! That's my tattoo.
It's on my car, I think.
Oh my God! You know what? This will be like year 30 right now.
30. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. So you're a comedian.
Yeah.
Are you anything else?
I'm a computer repair person when needed. I rescue occasionally a possum in need when they can't take care of themselves. When COVID broke the world, Chandra and I took apart about somewhere between 40 and 50 and 60 computers and repaired them and donated them to kids who didn't have laptops and computers to go to school.
Oh, that's really cool.
Other than that,
how come you weren't fixing my tech just now?
You
then
didn't ask me to.
You didn't want.
I don't mess with cameras. I'll take computers, man.
All right.
Computers. My hands are too big for that thing.
Yeah, they're difficult. All right. So, and then what drugs did you want to take today?
Today, I ingested some mushrooms. I wanted to because you advised against it because I don't know what I'm doing on mushrooms. So I had 3 cubes of chocolate instead of the 10 that I wanted to try.
Yes, I offered you a chocolate bar and of completely legal shrooms because there are legal ones now. I actually really don't know. Someone gave it to me, but we'll assume these are legal, completely legal shrooms in whatever state we're in right now.
All drugs are legal on stolen land.
If the cops are watching, they're just legal. Not in some liberal way. But yeah, so you wanted to take what would have been 4 grams of shrooms, just because you figure if it's a chocolate bar, that must mean that you're allowed, that it's a good idea to just eat the whole thing.
No, it's a bad idea for me to eat the whole thing.
Okay.
But my thing is, I'm at that point in my life. My birthday is Friday. I am willing to try almost anything that I haven't tried before.
You haven't tried shrooms before?
No, you have. 4 grams of shrooms.
You haven't? Oh, okay.
I would try it. Seriously.
What's the most you've ever done, do you know?
Probably what I just took right now.
Just because that was been 1.2 grams, what you just had.
1.2, yes. So that's probably the most I've ever taken at one time.
Which is a hefty dose, but
I believe you. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling kind of light right now. Not like headed, but just like, hey, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is it starts to come up, because that was probably at least 30 minutes ago. So as you start to come up, there is that thing where you're like, am I just imagining it, or is something happening? That's kind of where we're at right now. Because I also took some, but I took a fourth of one piece because I have some shit I got to do, unfortunately, tonight.
What you got to do? I got shit to do, too. I got to walk around and find my way out of this motherfucking building. Oh, I got a lot of stuff to do today.
Well, yeah, I'm got to be the door guy for a music festival thing.
You told me. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, yeah, but that also won't require much of me. But I unfortunately am just on 0.1 grams.
See, I'm gonna head over to altercation after this, and that's why I could have done the whole thing and just been like
Grooving with
just grooving on the comedy, just build up like, yeah, play that song.
You would have started heckling, I think.
Probably, I don't want to heckle people.
That's always, it's like, the show's in a crazy place if like I start heckling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I start heckling other comics.
Yeah, that's a crazy
It probably says more about the show than me. Because it's like, I'll only do that if it's like at a ridiculous open mic or something where someone's bombing so hard that this needs to happen.
I don't do it. I try not to do it because I have a very distinguished voice, and I don't ever want to mess with other people, except when we do the You Look Like shows in Memphis.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's the only time we'll do it, and I'll just yell shit out the whole night long.
I think that's allowed. All right, but here we are to discuss feminism.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
I know I like sir. She, her, dude, sir is my preferred.
I always could. It's never an insult. I always just get confused. So.
No, I prefer it. I like
All right,
it.
dude,
I don't really like
so-
ma'am. Ma'am feels like I'm in trouble.
Yeah, that does
You
sound.
know what I mean?
trouble.
I don't like getting
All
ma'ams.
right, I'm just gonna call you dude from now on because she's my dude.
But sir is cool. Sir
Sir is fine,
feels
that's
fun.
fine.
You know.
Whatever you want.
I'm an old school gay. It's like gender bendy language has always been my thing.
Old school gay. This is hilarious to me. when you
Well,
say that.
like because in the old way we would all call each other whatever. You
Hold
know.
on, stop talking right now. I apologize for saying that. But how old are you again?
39.
Girl, I was in gay bars when you were 2. Don't even
I'm
tell me.
still-
Like, old gay. Bitch, please.
I'm still older than the average gay.
I started going to gay bars until I was 16. because
All right.
I look pretty much like I do now when I was 16. Just less facial hair. Whatever.
All right, but I'm saying I've still been an out gay for like 23 years.
Well, I
So
love you because of it. I'm
20
there with it. I just love
33? Wait, how old am I? 23. Yeah, 20. Well, it depends. Do you count when I came out to people online in those chat rooms? Remember the old fun chat rooms?
Oh yeah. I remember the chat room. ASL.
Just with strangers. Yeah. Do you remember the ones where you had to just throw it out to like, you couldn't even talk to anyone? You just had to throw out something into a big mess of text and you just had to change the font. You would say like, okay, let's talk in large green.
Yes.
And then
yes. I remember something like, I gotta get out of here. Y'all give me an epileptic seizure.
Internet was
stupid.
fun for a while.
It was fun, but all of dumb at the same time. I did it. I was there.
It was a weird time. Anyway, okay, so I'm just saying the old gay. We've always been loosey goosey about the gendered language. Like
Right.
you would call men ladies all the time, and it was always like drag queen. It's just things were a little more fluid and loosey goosey. Like we didn't have. Not everyone had like these strong opinions about what language they wanted to, or if they did, it was like you could understand that still in a gay context, everyone might be called ladies, which
Right.
is like an inversion of everyone being called guys
Yes.
in the rest of the world.
Yes.
That's all. So it's like,
Yes.
and if you're at a lesbian bar and everyone gets called sir, I think that's hot,
Okay. See, for me, it's like I've seen the effect of it. I have seen the gay community over time since you came, before you even come up to now, and seen the evolution of things from like the 80s drag queens to the 80s gay bars to where everyone can get married and hope everybody's openly out now and doing everything. And I've seen the evolution of it, and I love how it's going for people. And it gets a little confusing. That's as a person who has considered themselves an ally since the beginning, just not trying to insult people who kind of gets uptight. I don't want to say the
Yeah.
wrong thing, not meaning the wrong thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's all. I'm just here for everybody.
Of course. But my point is just you can't really offend me, whatever you call me.
We cool. Come on.
Yeah, you'd have
Cool.
to call me something pretty fucked up for me
you know
to.
you might never.
Hey, I don't know why you stop yourself.
I'm not,
You can say
I don't
it.
know what. You know you my nigga. Come on.
Yeah, thank you. You're allowed to. I don't know why it was ever started. What is it, 2025? You can't say it? What is going on? All right, so do you consider yourself a feminist?
I do.
And have you always?
I think I had to relearn some things that was taught to us early on. I'm from a different time period, and I think I had to unlearn some activities mentally because there's a lot of stupid shit out there, and I don't ever want to be a part of that stupid shit. But as you're raised, since being raised in the 80s, there's probably some very messed up ideas I might have had at one point that I'm just like, oh no, that's stupid. What are you doing? What after
Sure.
you wake up from the life and you're like, oh, this is the real world. These are real people now. This isn't just oh, I'm so sorry. That's not how it's supposed to go. So yeah, I have had to rethink my life. I did it early. I'm lucky to self-actualized pretty early on in my life, and like, oh, this other stuff you people always tell me is just stupid bullshit. These are real human beings, and they're okay. Y'all kiss my ass, okay?
So when you were a kid, you would say that you were surrounded by ideas that were a little bit misogynistic and
A little
sexist.
misogynistic, old-fashioned. I want to say I'm an old-fashioned black family, but we weren't. But there's still that influence on things over there. So yeah, I had to unlearn some things, and I'm okay with that.
So, at what do you remember, like the knowing the term feminism as a young person, and like having an opinion about the concept of feminism or feminists?
It was one of those things that I knew the concept of, but then I'd see all these guys bashing it, saying it's so wrong. And my thought process is, no, you just don't want to be challenged. So I saw that early on. I'm like, you just think your position is going to be right, and you don't want to be challenged by her or some. I saw that early on. I'm like, okay, no, you people are dumb. I mean, immediately I saw that and was like, oh, you people are dumb. When I first heard people being anti-feminist, I'm just like, oh, you're not getting laid, are you ever? No.
So, how do you define feminism?
Feminism would be the rising power of women to become, I don't want to say this wrong. I think feminism was a fight to become equal to men. It's the civil rights for women and civil rights for black people. Pretty much the same damn thing. Everybody wants to be equal. Stop paying me 30 cents less. Stop acting like I can't open this door. I can have a job. Same thing, and that's the way I feel about it. That's what I think it is, at least.
Okay, so the idea of let's change laws and maybe norms in society to make men equal in women.
These norms are stupid. Why couldn't a woman have a credit card in 1972?
Right.
I'm like, what the hell are you people thinking? This is
right. There were some really obvious things that needed. I mean, obvious for us looking back, especially now that we go, all right, well, you used to be able to beat and grape your wife, you know what I mean? Or just women, there's all kinds of things like that, much less the credit cards or owning property.
The first time I heard someone say you can't rape your wife, I was just like, I need to get out of this car right now.
Yeah.
I need to get away from this person.
You can't even rape your wife anymore.
You're a bad person.
Yeah.
Because just you saying the phrase, you can't even rape your wife anymore, I don't need to be around you.
Someone said that?
Yes.
When was that?
This was in high school. I heard a guy's dad say that to somebody. I was just like, oh.
Was it was like the dad and your friend and you in the car?
This is how this happened, okay?
Okay.
I'm at a football game, right?
Yeah.
I was a cheerleader in high school. Don't laugh. Shut up. But I have pictures. I really was.
All right.
And I'm hanging out at the bleachers, and somebody had gotten in trouble for something, and this guy was like, yeah, man, you can't even rape your wife anymore. Okay, world we live in. I'm like, he's just saying it like this. And I'm just like.
Was he being funny?
I don't think so. This was one of the, look, man, I went
practicing his Kill Tony minute?
I had I seriously heard a man say that, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not safe around these people.
No, yeah.
That's not cool ever.
Yeah. All right. So I think like what a lot of people say now is that, well, we've come a long way and now women are basically getting paid as much as men for the same work. And in fact, sometimes I've heard that women are getting paid. There's something about like women without kids are making more money than men without kids now, or something like that. But like when you control for women taking time off for whatever, that like we've closed the wage gap. Women have all the basic civil, we can vote, we can have credit cards, we can blah, blah, blah. So now, does that change the definition of feminism, or does it obviate the need for feminism?
It doesn't obviate the need for feminism. It needs to continue because there's misogynistic human beings constantly on this planet, just like there's racists constantly on this planet. I'm so sorry. It makes me laugh, and I don't give a fuck who gets mad at me for saying this whole thing. That whole Charlie Kirk whole deal, this whole thing, women should stay at home and take care of the kids. You just died and your wife is taking over your organization. I think you are rolling in your grave right now, mad as shit, because she's not in the kitchen taking care of your damn kids.
Yeah, she seems busy.
Yeah, she seems very busy.
Yeah.
Very, very busy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so So at this point, you know, we have the luxury in America and in the West of being a little bit more granular and going, all right, now we have the rights in place pretty much, but there's cultural things that we're just trying to figure out, like how can we make things. And I think even for men too, right? Like things are better for men if things are better for men and women. We want to get to this place where there aren't so many women yelling that men are the worst and all this kind of stuff. Like, right? Don't we all want to get to a place where everyone's happier?
I would hopefully want that everybody's like, hey, we cool, we all good, okay, good. I ain't got nothing against you. But there's so much hate, and I don't understand why these new dudes hate women so much. The thing that bothers me the most recently about feminism.
Wait, can we smoke a little bit? Chandra, do you have a pen? Could we all smoke or something? I feel like we need to get. I think we need to get high instead of. You know what I mean? Before we talk about serious things, now I feel like we need to be a little bit higher.
I'm all good about that. Hell, I got an edible. You want an edible?
Well, that won't kick in real low. I think this is going to be good. Thank you. Is that grape? Or is the purple just playing tricks on my mind? You're just saying there's a lot of hate from young men right now.
There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of men out there who are turning to deep right-wing conspiracy weirdo stuff.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing I just heard about the groupers or the gropers, the whole thing.
Like rapers, but it does sound like gropers, doesn't it?
It does.
Which I think just means fans of Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Is that?
But
I forget why they're called gripers.
I don't know, but
They have a lot of gripes.
Maybe
the gripers. The gripers, the gropers, maybe.
Rapists, they like to rape grapes. I don't know.
And, right. Every time we say the word that rhymes with grape, I think my producer has to edit it out. So I know it's silly, but we have to.
I don't blame you. Just edit that out. I'm sorry.
We just got to,
anyway.
No, but just, yeah. Okay, but see, I was just reading an article that was basically saying, or like an essay or something, that was basically saying, okay, we have this generation of men who, like, the history of misogyny and sexism is not their fault. And women have been doing so well, and in fact are more educated, and in some ways making more money in certain instances. And that they keep being told, they've been told like their whole lives that men are the worst, men are a problem, and if they're ugly, it's their fault for being a loser incel, and they're probably horrible. And like all of this kind of stuff that we've been dumping on men has taken. And they're also apparently the least fathered generation. Apparently. Yeah, like the numbers have gone way up, and a lot of men are now being raised without fathers in this country.
So you're saying it's white people turn?
It's white people doing it too. Yeah, like it's not just y'all anymore. You said it, not me. Yeah, it's everybody. It's across racial lines. And so you have these men who are not. It's just a ton of lesbians raising kids, and we're doing it. It's our fault. No, it's not. We're talking about. If we do have a kid, I plan on making sure there's a lot of men in our kid's life. But anyway, we're also going to only have a daughter, by the way. We're choosing the egg, so. Yeah. But so these men, they're fatherless. They've been told they're the worst for so long, and things really have gotten so much better for women. So they're looking at this and getting really kind of, and if you imagine, like, if you remember, for you, the teenage levels of testosterone and the potential anger that's in your body all the time, and this horniness and this crazy, cocktail of things going on. So these men without father figures in this situation are turning to what they find online, like Nick Fuentes, like some of these men, and this is a funny thing. It's like now that Nick Fuentes has become like bigger on this. I until a month ago I'd heard of him.
I've heard of him too.
But now he's on it, and I'm like, this is who people thought Charlie Kirk was.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's a weird thing that we're now. Suddenly that the hole was filled with that's not.
Yeah,
I almost wonder if someone's doing. My friend Bridget thinks it's happening, and well, maybe we should edit. I don't know. I'll ask her. But that it's happening intentionally. Like they're trying to prop Nick Fuentes up in order to I can't remember if it's to make that side look bad, or to just create discord, or to kill him later, or a character assassinate him later in order to take whatever it is.
It's probably all of them, because the thing is the whole groiper, the whole right-wing movement has become just evil.
Well, there's a lot of resentment for sure.
But the reason, I think the reason for resentment, you're saying there's not a lot of fathers out there for the family. The thing with that is they never learn how to interact with other humans
Right.
other than the boys they're allowed to play with.
Right.
So they get to high school and they want to date a chick, and you just like, here's my frog, and they're like, get the fuck away from me.
Right.
And they don't know how to interact.
Right.
So then they get scared and hateful and mean.
Right.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, what do we do? See, this is what I mean. Like, maybe at this point, the biggest project of feminism would be to figure out how to help young men. Because
Yeah, I'm being dead serious about that. Because
I don't think Jordan Peterson might have been right about that. I don't know if I
hate
read
to
his.
say anything. I hate to say those words behind that name for anything.
I mean, but I don't know. I mean, like, I read his book. He's like, "Hey, make your bed" or whatever. It seemed like it's helpful. I would rather men find Jordan Peterson or even Charlie Kirk, dare I say, than Nick Fuentes.
You're right.
Do you know what I
I'll give you
mean? Like,
that.
there's a whole spectrum, and some of it, at least from Jordan Peterson, I'm not really sure. Like, the Charlie Kirk videos, I feel like it sucks because any of us who didn't watch him much before he got killed, like, then when you try to find stuff, you're finding stuff that the algorithm now sends you based on the people who are either trying to say he was the worst guy or he was the best guy. So,
Well, he wasn't the best. I'll say that.
no, but he also wasn't the worst. We've just seen.
Yeah, but
So,
anytime you compare, you say Martin Luther King's a piece of trash, that's not a good person.
no, but it was popular for a minute for everyone to point out that Martin Luther King was cheating on his wife. That was such a.
But that has nothing to do with anything.
I thought that's what he was talking about, and that's one I never actually looked up.
But who gives a fuck? You name me somebody who isn't cheating on their partner at some point in their famous life. Not you.
Well, I hope to be famous one day, but it's easier for women, I suppose.
I'm just saying.
No, what? I don't know. I mean, I expect men not to cheat. It would be nice, but I wouldn't have called. But I've never called MLK like a scumbag. Whatever he said, something like at a pretty shitty level. Do you remember what he said?
I can't do it right now. I'm on
He said
drugs.
something like, "Yeah, he sucks in some way, to some extent." Right? And I never saw that clip. I don't think I looked up some of the stuff for context, and it's like, okay, I can see. It's just like he's making a lot of just normal conservative points, but then he would say things because these people are incentivized to say things in the most shitty way because that gets them attention. So they wind up saying things like.
But him as a debater was a trap because he would debate topics that should not be debated by people who don't know how to debate.
Totally. And then he clips it together like him and a 20-year-old who's like autistic probably half the time.
Exactly.
And then he goes here and he makes himself look good. No, I know. I mean, like that's why I find him to be douchey. Some people didn't understand when I said he was douchey.
Charlie Kirk was the Matt Rife of actual conversation.
Your words.
I said it. I don't give a
Your
fuck.
words.
I said it. Mo Alexander said that. M.O. Alexander. Come for me if you want to.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong at all.
I was just
Welcome
right.
to the Charlie Kirk crowd work special. Hey.
That would be right. I wonder if there's ever a clip of him trying to do stand up. He probably tried to do it at some point.
He does seem like.
He probably bombed, but then like the audience loves him, so they're being like they do it. Know what? You know what? I'm not saying.
Don't say nothing
I'm
else.
not
Don't say
saying-
nothing else. Keep that to yourself.
No. I'll let you come from Matt Rife. But I did just write a review of the most recent Kill Tony Netflix special that they did at Madison Square Garden. Apparently it's their third one. I made it through the first hour because they're like 2 hours and 15 minutes long, which is how long the shows are when it does them. But I'm not going to do that. But I wanted to end, so I do give some opinion on Matt Rife and that. If anybody wants to go to, what's my Patreon? I'll figure it out.
What's your page?
Well, I think it's politically NB, like non-binary, at substack.com, if that's how that works. I'm in the middle of trying to change that URL because that's the old name of my podcast.
Okay.
And then patreon.com/ I'm going to figure this out
All right,
later.
we can get
But
this worked
yeah,
out.
I haven't been. But anyway, yeah, I mean, the point is like these guys that they're finding suck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's Charlie Kirk or hopefully not, but increasingly maybe Nick Fuentes. But what do we do to get them more fathers then? Probably, right? They probably need more fathers.
I remember as a child they had the Big Brothers program when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was a big brother to a couple of kids in my own thing later
Yeah.
on. So what's up? Why can't we do something like that again?
And also everyone just needs to get to know their neighbors, right?
Yeah.
So this is the big thing. And we need to bake something and knock on the doors at least to your left, right, and like if you're in an apartment complex or if you're on your street. And then whoever is I don't know if this is like Virgos or whatever, but if you're called in life to be like someone who organizes events, then do it for your neighborhood on a regular basis and just put things on doors or knock, and if they're not there, put something on their door, but otherwise invite them to a monthly ice cream or tea or whatever social that you want to throw on, and that way, or tequila, maybe you have multiple things, and it's like maybe you find a community center nearby that would let you do that. It could be a bar, it could be anything. But figure out a way to monthly get together with your neighbors, and then you'll find out who could be a big brother, even if there's no, you know what I mean? You don't have to actually start a whole big brother program. To just have a community, because if we're not going to go to church, guys, we have to create a fucking community.
Yeah, that's cool. I understand that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. So I think that's it. But I'm also like, I'm saying that, and I need to do that too. So I'm preaching to the choir. The pot's kind of the kettle.
Most of the people in my neighborhood, we got a few new people who moved in, but most of the people in my neighborhood know each other. Have been there for decades.
Yeah.
And something goes wrong. Like the tree behind my house caught fire a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Which was very weird because we still know how that happened. But the neighbor came.
Oh, it's just one tree.
Just one tree. It was so weird.
I think God was trying to tell you something.
One tree.
That day,
it wasn't in my neighborhood. It wasn't in my yard. It was a street right behind my yard.
That guy probably prayed and was like, "Send me a sign for is my wife whatever." I don't know what it is.
But one tree was on fire. They're like, "Mo, your yard's on fire." I'm like, "What?" Oh, okay, thank you. We already called the fire department. We just watched it from the Ring doorbell just to put it out.
All right, so feminism. Okay, so we're going to help the young men because we're going to get to know our neighbors
or
join
the young men better. Feminism will work for everybody because right now there's too many hateful men who think they can't get dates because they have never learned to interact with people, let alone women.
Yeah.
And now there are all these fucking incels and members of ICE right now because they couldn't get laid because no one liked their frog.
Maybe it's time to just start hiring women to teach men how to be like in little boot camps. Like increasingly our economy is going to have to be mostly a care economy, care and artists because of AI. Yeah. So then maybe we start a thing where like somewhat older women are always mentoring younger men, and that's just something that they need to pay for in life, or their parents.
Problem with that is that sounds like something off the Handmaid's thing, where people teaching men how to behave.
No, but women are getting paid for it.
I get the women. That just sounds like school, though. That sounds like another class in school. How about that?
Yeah, but what if it's a one-on-one mentorship between a young? I mean, that would be probably more expensive, but
very expensive.
It could even be done by AI too.
Just love your fucking kid and tell him not to be a piece of shit.
But we can't. If we have a society-wide issue where like half or so of men are leaving, or half or so of fathers are not raising their children, we can't just say just do this. Right, like, what can people do?
What about this? Well, this is going to sound even more. It's going to be sound just like what you said, but more messed up. Pay a Gen X dude to take care of a Gen Z dude. It's like, hey, I know you got some problems. Let me tell you, he's all pissed off and popping Xanax. It's like, no, shut the hell up. Let's go watch some.
We need a way, like, because that's something that happened, having been raised Mormon, it's like, we did have all these systems where you would have like a home teacher, like a father in the ward who would be assigned to a family, and then there would be a mother in the ward assigned to at least the mom of the family. They kind of had their own separate system, but for the men would come over and like once a month provide some mentorship to the family, whatever. We have more connections when you have a church situation. So that's why I'm like, how are we gonna get this mentorship program? And maybe does that need to be a government program? I don't
even know how you do that. The easiest way to make it, this sounds really stupid, the easiest way to do it is to make it a PlayStation game.
Okay, that we use PlayStation to connect with a. Well, maybe you just play Halo or whatever. Fortnite together.
That's the problem now. You're playing Halo together, but all across the world, to get across the country, not in the same room, not in the same time. We did LAN games. We're all in the same place at the same time playing the game.
People need to be in the room. We need a mentor and a young man to be in the room. How do we how do we get them to not be the ones that want to fuck the little?
Yeah, well, you gotta get the gay ones.
The gay one, like cross.
You get the gay guys
for the
who
girl.
don't want to fuck the boys, because right now you're getting the white guys who don't claim to be gay, but they do want to fuck
Oh,
the
you're
boys.
saying the ones who admit they're gay.
Yes.
are less likely to fuck the
little
boys because people will think, you know what I mean? It's like, well, we'll know if you do it.
Right. See, it's right now. It's all these. I'm a straight male. Excuse me while I go here.
You're right. It's the gay ones have to know they have to be on their best behavior.
Look, it's like I said about the drag queens. Like no drag queen wants to fuck a kid and fuck up their makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like the kid, he's finger painting on my face, Cloris. He's finger painting on my face. Get this little motherfucker off me. Hey, you know what?
The amount.
Do you know?
I know. It's because I did
the
that
level
podcast.
Of fucked up you're gonna get me in trouble with on that one joke right there. The one thing you're trying to say.
We'll put this on the Patreon.
Oh God.
Well, this part we'll just chop it out and put it in the Patreon.
Right. You gotta see how fucked up this really can be.
Yeah, if you want to know what I just talked about. Well, you know that podcast I used to do, the Gender Fluids podcast. I'm not.
I love that podcast. It was so stupid.
It was so good, but it was, I learned a lot about life in that. I
still have nightmares because of that damn podcast.
So do I. The maggots, the thing in the dumpster. Do you remember the thing?
Yes, I thank you for bringing that back. Thanks.
I have to think about it regularly.
That back to my head. Great God.
I have to think about it regularly.
I was stuck in the ovipositor. That's the one that gives me nightmares.
I lived in a home with an ovipositor for years, so I've seen it used.
Oh no!
Not on people, just I've seen the process. Although I think she incorporated it into that show she did in Austin for a while. She was doing a show once a month called Perverts at Creek in the Cave, and
yeah,
she
I
was
did
doing.
That show once.
Do you remember?
I did that show once.
Yeah, I think they did an ovipositor. I think they. That one chick could let him do anything. I think they squirted eggs into her pussy and she queefed him out or something. It's weird if I'm making that memory up, but I don't think I am. Or it was something like that. So I think it's happened publicly. I mean, she had people shitting out beet juice onto a easel thing.
What?
She pooped out. She put a Snickers. I think it was Snickers bar, maybe Milky Way, whichever. I forget. She didn't have her. One of them's better, but she had to use the other one in a pinch. Anyway, no pun intended. So she
in a pinch.
It was it happened as I was saying it. But okay, so then, so she pooped out a Snickers bar in front of everybody. I mean, she's. I miss that show.
Where is she? Okay, all right.
I'll tell you. We can talk about it later, I guess.
Later. I'm just that. This person is one of the few people that scare me sexually. I just want you to know that. That's the one of the few people that scare me sexually. I mean, I would still go for it, but she just scares me sexually.
Sure. No, that just reminded me of someone that made out with her in a green room once, a famous comic. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah, I need to hear this after.
We'll talk about it after. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna run out of time because unfortunately I can't believe that it took me an hour to do the setup and that I have to cut my time short with you of all people. But okay. Do you have what you would consider to be can you think of your least feminist opinion?
My least feminist opinion?
Yeah, you have any bad boy take, hot take.
Well, this is.
You know how people are doing women shouldn't vote again? That would be an example of.
Look, if you know me, I'm a kinky freak, right? Yeah. I'm a complete kinky freak, and equality, everything. Yes, women, everybody should be this. All of it should go like it should go. But I'm as a kinky person, I'm I want you to be as equal as you fucking can. 16 hours a day. And then when you come, let's get kinky and I'm daddy again.
Yeah, so you're saying
boss outside the house, not in with me, I'm kinky like that.
Right, but then I would assume you would also believe that in the world there were probably some people where there's a woman who's the boss daddy of the house at night, right? And it's just that's just one way. It is okay to, of course, to be that way.
Everybody's kink is different. If you got that kind of lifestyle, I'm go for it, have fun. Let me come over and play some basketball.
Yeah, I personally think, especially anything that you do with another person, without a bunch of technology involved, especially, is probably a healthy and good thing. I think the weird thing is when there's so so much porn about some of this stuff. Like, I think it should, like, some of this stuff, it's like, all right, if we get it from our ancestors and the culture and whatever, we're all fucked up, dark people. Maybe some of it's in our gene, whatever.
Right.
Like, that's cool. But if it's stuff that, like, goes in a direction because porn is getting out of control and everyone's learning that that's just what you do, or you know what I mean, like that, like I think we need less of that and more people using their fucking imaginations again.
I think you're saying that we need less writers in porn and more porn in porn.
Yeah, or just for porn to be, I don't know, you know, porn is also an industry with just like an enormous amount of like human trafficking. Like even the porn that we watch that we think, oh, I'm sure it's fine, right? It's like, no, a lot of it's not fine. And there's a lot of underage women. There's like a lot of abuse. And it's like crazy that we all just expect to get porn for free. Isn't it crazy that we all just expect to get like whatever porn we want for free? Like,
I know.
You don't think there's a cost to that somewhere down the supply chain? Oh, there's
I'm sure there is. I'm sure
it's billions of dollars, and like so many of us never spend a dime on it. And it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever? That's a question, because I'm not like I'm not trying to think if I've ever paid for porn. But do you know if you have you paid for porn? I don't know how common.
I have paid for porn. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Probably most men have, right?
I mean, you know, because sometimes, you know, there's a porn store right next to your hotel, and you got $45 in your pocket you need to spend on DVDs.
There's a porn star next to your hotel.
A porn store.
Oh, porn store. Oh, I was like, you were staying next door to a porn star, and so you got so horny you had to go buy DVD. Okay.
There are a couple porn stars that have my merch though.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, porn people have liked my comedy before. Yeah, and it's fun when they do. I'm like, I don't like hate porn theoretically, but I think that like I just have learned a lot about the porn industry, and now I'm like, well, that really sucks. That's horrible.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of horrible stuff going into porn.
But if like someone's making porn and like if they would do like good writing and directing and get people who wanted to, or like, I love sex, let's do this, and they were good actors. I mean, I would like to pay for that. Like, I would like to support good porn like that.
There's a series of movies you might want to check from the early '90s called Pirates.
That sounds up my alley.
It's a soap opera with porn.
Yeah, like hardcore porn, but with the storyline.
Yes, you would love this series. It's a big budget. I mean,
Oh, really?
I'm not even kidding.
No, I will.
They're actually a pirate ship.
Wait, what's it called?
Pirates.
Was it the one that they made it look like Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, this was before Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
This was before that.
Well, you know, the first
Alexander, porn historian. I'm sorry.
The first romance novel I ever read was actually called The Pirate's Angel or whatever. So it's right at my alley. Yeah. So we'll have to do that. Okay. So, but I don't even think that's the least feminist opinion. Like that, what, you're allowed to be kinky sometimes or whatever?
Yeah. But I don't have any anti-feminism things about myself. At least I try not to be. I really try to be like, okay, all right. So all this other bullshit about, you know, women should be in the house, and that has never been a valid theory.
Do you think there are some women who maybe just like it is nice for them and they thrive in just like taking care of a home and maybe some kids, and then the dude like thrives just like, is that maybe a good life for a lot of people and just not all of us?
I'm not saying it's a bad life for anybody. I mean, if that's the way you want to be, that's
right. That's probably like the normal.
Your feminist dream.
Like we're freaks, right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
like so we're gonna want to live kind of a freak life. I mean, not even that weird for me. Like I still maybe I'm gonna have a kid. I have a puppy, whatever. Like it's just, but like sexually, sure, we're doing our own. Okay, but like maybe the majority of people or a plurality of people or some large chunk of people probably do well splitting roles. To some, like having some kind of trad wife, but in a modern way, seems like all right if you can make enough money on one income.
If you can make money on one income, it's just like.
Well, and then the chick can become an influencer because she's got.
Dude, I see so much weird stuff online. It's like, you know, he's a contractor, but he has 17 kids, and there's 300 household wife thing, and I'm like, wait a minute.
No. The people with a lot of kids. Have you seen that documentary about they're in a cult?
Which one? The Duggars?
The Duggars.
Oh,
do you know about all that?
They hate me personally. I'll tell you about that later.
Well, that's good. But yeah, I just saw. I never watched that. I never tuned into any of that or what. I just kind of knew that. I thought it was one show, and then
I never watched the show. I knew about them because they're from Arkansas. And I play that area that they're from.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of Duggars actually at my shows before.
Because it's like Northwest Arkansas. Yeah, I've been going there lately too. So that's funny. Yeah, we were watching the documentary. I was like, oh, okay. But they're like in a fucked up, really patriarchal cult. Like it's like Mormonism's craziest parts to the extreme.
Yeah, well, one of them's in jail for doing his sister or something.
Yeah, plus child porn.
Which is, it was his younger sister or something. I was like,
yeah, he did multiple things. Yeah, the sister part, they didn't press charges, so it's not for that. It's just they got him on CP.
Of course, they didn't press the charges for the sister.
Well, these poor girls, I mean, they're so fucking they're brainwashed. It's crazy. So it's interesting to watch it because then you get an accentuation of like what patriarchal stuff is still left, especially in more like certain kinds of like what they've done to Christianity. There's certain people it's like Christianity is something these people use as a tool to manipulate women.
It's a weapon.
Doesn't have to be that way. Same thing with Islam and whatever. Like people can use it as a tool and create these like monstrous versions of control with it. But it's like that's not what you know what I mean? It's the same thing. I just want people to get that. It's like both things. Christianity is still horrific. And it has been throughout history a lot, but it doesn't have to be. There's this beautiful message that actually is this like very beta male, like, you know, Nietzsche hated it. He's like, you're going to be little pussy ass bitches, you know, but it's still this really beautiful. What if we did all act like this?
Yeah.
But everyone's like, no, most people aren't. So you're a fool if you do that, whatever. But, you know, Islam is a beautiful religion, but except when these men.
Yeah.
Almost always men.
It's always men.
Almost.
No, it's all, well.
What about, Heaven's Gate was an interesting one. Because
Applewhite.
the woman was in charge.
No, it was a guy named Applewhite.
Is that the wrong one?
Heaven's Gate?
No, because it was the couple, and they said, which one's the one then, if it's not Heaven's Gate, where they're the couple, and the woman is the more like God-like figure.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's not the same one.
It's one of the, they killed themselves at the end ones. This is not Drank the Kool-Aid because it's not Jim Jones, but maybe they also did Kool-Aid.
I honestly don't know, but it's you're talking about Marshall Applewhite was the guy from the Heaven's Gate people, and they killed themselves at the Nikes because they.
Do you ever listen into like a podcast on this or anything? Because
no,
I think it is the Heaven's Gate people where it's actually the woman who he got them to all kill themselves because she had died. She had actually been like the leader of the cult and the main one, and like theologically they couldn't handle it when she like got cancer or something and then died, and so that's when he's like spiraling and can't really like lead this church without her, and then he basically like. It comes to him that God actually, or the alien, I forget what it is, but like the universe actually wants them to all kill themselves and get onto that comet because that's actually, she got onto the comet already early. Like they had to make up a story that reconciled this, and that it was easier for him because I think he just was like, I can't steer this ship. So his brain decided, we're all supposed to kill ourselves and get on the comet.
Okay.
Is that?
I'm going to agree with that because I can't. I mean, I'm finding this thing right now, but it was Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles.
Yes.
Bonnie was the woman who died. You're talking about.
Yeah. So she was actually the more prominent figure when she was alive.
Okay.
And then again, it's like, so then we see his face because his face was the one being like creepy and weird about like, we're all gonna kill ourselves. That's the right thing to do.
The comet is coming, and we need to catch the comet.
You can see his eyes like, I can't handle my wife's fucking church. Like this was so that's how like this is a woman leading a thing. She actually like. If you listen, Heaven's Gate had some pretty good guided meditations. They were before it goes south. Before it goes south.
They're like, this is a tape before the very last.
Have you never seen these cults where instead of it just being like a gross, horrible thing from the beginning, it's like some of them start out with like a really good message. They all want to live in harmony.
All cults start out with a really good message.
Some of them are weird. Some of them are weird from the get-go. Okay. But this one starts out, but they have a nice, it doesn't seem creepy until she dies. And then, well, I think they did make you like not talk to your family anymore.
Not talk to your family.
Never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, they all creepy. Whenever they say, hand over all your worldly possessions, that's when you should leave.
You can't hand over your worldly possessions, and you also can't cut off contact with your family.
Exactly.
I think short of that, it's not really what we mean colloquially by a cult until those two things, or is there one more red flag for people?
Anytime this,
or if the guy fucks y'all,
exactly.
All y'all.
If the guy's trying to fuck you, if he tells you hand over all your worldly possessions,
or even like a bunch of more than 10%.
Yeah, more
10%'s the max they're allowed to.
Max, which that's so weird. We're allowed religion to extort you for 10%. Like,
well, if you're using it, if you're genuinely pooling resources as a community to do good things, like that's great. But like it obviously power corrupts. So.
Power corrupts, and that's why every damn mega church is not helping out anybody with a food stamp situation right now.
Yeah.
You don't see mega churches like, hey, y'all, you messed up your EBT.
Yeah.
I got you for a couple of weeks. Here you go.
Well, Mormons keep it pretty modest on the local level and do a fair amount of charitable stuff like that, like, feeding people. But they also could do so much more. They have so many billions of dollars on the, national. So.
I've only, this is going to sound weird, but I've only ever met ex-Mormons. I've never met a current Mormon.
Well, they are. Some of them don't even tell. Some of them are in the closet.
What do you...
They don't always tell people they're Mormon. If they're just like, they meet you at work or after a show, they might go to a comedy show, they might not, but some do, but then they just might not tell you.
I've just never had a Mormon come and say, hey, I'm a Mormon. I've always said, oh my God, I was an ex-Mormon. And I'm just like, okay, bless you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if there are statistically more ex-Mormons now than there are Mormons. But in where you hang out, it's going to be more ex-Mormons.
Yeah.
Comedy shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kinky too. Ex-Mormon.
Yeah, they put a lot of stuff into our heads sexually, so that's what happens. That's what happens if you do that. So if you want your kids to be kinky, do raise them in an intense religion. It's most likely what will happen.
I went to Catholic school for 13 years, and I was a youth group leader. And look at my kinky weird ass.
Yeah. The more sexual guilt-based religion, the more kink you're going to get. So it's just take your pick as a parent. It's whatever you want your kids to experience. If you want your kids to be super kinky, I mean...
Mormon and stripper camp.
That's a good combo. All right, we do have to wrap up. Is there anything more you would like to say about women and men?
I love women. I think women are kick-ass.
Not all of us.
Not all of 50% of the population of women, at least hopefully.
51, some people say, or 50.1 or something.
Whatever it is, I'm good with it. I love women. I think y'all are awesome. I hate the fact that men suck so bad and have.
Not all of y'all.
Not all of us, but there's a large portion that's. I mean, as a guy, when I kept hearing the women do that women ask the question, would you trust a man or a bear in the wood? I'm like, hey, I'm with him. I'm trusting a bear too. I don't trust none of you motherfuckers. I don't trust y'all.
Yeah.
As a black person, you want to trust a white dude or a bear? Give me the bear all damn day.
I wish men could understand that if part of that whole thing is one, like, if you're upset by that and you're like, why would you choose a bear over me? It's like, that's why. So like, figure that out.
About that is exactly why.
But it's also just like, look, bears belong in the forest. Like, a bear alone, that's our bad for being in his area.
Yeah, exactly.
A man alone at night is just like, it's an inherently menacing, like, well, maybe if it's on a hiking trail, but even then, both you supposed to be home by dark. So if
I am lost on a trail at dark and I see somebody, I'm praying that there's a bear about to eat his ass.
Yeah, so...
Because I don't want to...
Yeah, so that's, I think in that context... Well, like, when you think about seeing a man out of... When you're not expecting a man. And man, we're not expecting a man is terrifying. Also, they never specify what kind of bear. What about the cute little ones that don't even eat us?
I always pictured him as a gay dude.
That was how I first heard it. But then I realized this wasn't a gay context thing someone was presenting to me. And I'm like, oh, you mean an actual bear? Fine. Yeah.
Like, oh, wow. Okay.
But that's a dumb question. Obviously, we'd rather see a gay dude than...
Yeah, because a gay bear going
straight man.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Where's the party? Hand me a cup. Let's go.
Yeah.
Always follow the gay bear.
We'll take either type of bear over a random straight man.
Now, if I see a panda bear in the woods, I'm going to freak out because I'm like, I'm in the wrong country.
Yeah, but I'll be like, happy. Except they are big and can kill you, right?
Yeah, they can't kill you.
Right, but I would still just like want to... Do they ever just like hug? Is that like an option? No. Is that different? You know how different dogs have different personalities. Like maybe some pandas are more.
You're gonna die, or you're gonna die.
Fine.
You can be the one white man to get killed
by
a bear.
Woman's the right one in that context.
You can be a white woman. What happened today? News a white woman got killed by a panda bear.
And I'll have to swallow the gendering. That'll be my fault. Okay, I'll just hug a koala then. That's all. I just hug a koala.
They have chlamydia.
Some of it from hugging.
No, they have chlamydia.
You can't get it from hugging, right?
Okay, all right.
What am I going to get it on my shirt, and then I'm going to pull it over? I don't even know.
I know too much about koalas because I Google shit right now. If you never hug a koala because then your neck is going to be itchy because you're going to have chlamydia.
On your neck?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I thought, I never knew it was potentially anything besides a genital condition, but I guess you can have a chlamydia rash.
You gonna have a koala vagina if it's a girl right here up on your neck because they like to call it like.
What if you just wash right afterwards?
Okay.
Are You're ruining all my dreams. All right, Mo.
This conversation
Is there
today.
is there anything you'd like to promote?
Yes, please go to. I have a couple of YouTube. My YouTube is Mo Alexander, M-O Alexander. Please go there, watch a bunch of videos, and come see me when I come to your city because apparently I'm funny. So at least just tell me. 2, I also have a podcast. It's called Going to Hell on a Scholarship. Go watch the first episode up right now. And when I get back next weekend, we'll do another episode, and you can have it out there. It's called Going to Hell on a Scholarship, and the other page is Mo Alexander, M-O Alexander.
Awesome. And I'm not going to direct you anywhere else since we've already tried that and bungled it earlier. But just please follow, like, share, comment, all those things. You know, I'm at 943 right now followers, and 1,000 is when I can get monetized potentially.
All right, well, I will follow you immediately. I will go to my phone and
Thank
follow
you.
you.
I might already be following you.
I think you are.
So so thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I think Vanessa's letting us know we got to do it.
We got to go.
All right. Love you.